We just got eliminated from Fall Guys, and we have some Star Trek Twitter drama to talk about. Oh yes. Star Trek, we've been talking about this for a couple of minutes now. Star Trek is always been a champion of progressive diversity and the diversitiest of the diverses, right?
Incredibly diversity.
We've always showcased humanity beyond our petty need to get back at each other for stupid crap. We've always showcased humanity at a point in time where nobody's oppressed and nobody feels the need to, I don't know, stop and drop their pronouns like they're oppressed, like Star Trek Discovery did.
They, not she.
AKA Star Trek Diversity. I don't know where I'm going with this. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know that much.
You might, Travis, you might.
That is the one. This is the agrees. Oh, here we go. Open Pike. Who is Open Pike? 500 followers, so nobody. It's a podcast. It would appear Erica Ortegas is trending, as it should be. So I'll share one of her favorite Ortegas memes. She's the cooler Tom Paris. Tom should be the lamer Ortegas, but I made this before the series aired. Alright, so this is the crew member who's at the helm. She flies the ship in Star Trek. We don't know what the pronouns are, so I'm going with she. I'm going with she, her, because, like I said, this Star Trek is now, especially Star Trek Diversity, especially the modern day Kurtzman Trek, especially the Kiva Goldsman Trek, is a showcase on diversity, inclusion, pronouns, representation, and all the things. So when we see a character that doesn't look like a quite binary female, male sort of character, we might assume that since in Star Trek Diversity, there is a character who stopped a scene to drop their pronouns 9 times.
9 times.
Just as many times as Ferris Bueller was absent. 9 times.
9 times.
9 times. Drop the clip in here somewhere, Rob. Thank you so much. And subscribe to Rob, too, while you're at it. And here. Subscribe here. You're not going to get any more top-notch rants than this. Ever. This character in Discovery dropped their pronouns 9 times to be sure we know they were a they, them, and not a she, her.
I've never felt like a she or a her.
Alright, so when we're trained to notice representation and diversity and inclusion and all of the things that we're not even against, we just, want to know what we're allowed to say, what we're not allowed to say. We assume this character might be representation of a non-binary type, or for all we know, she might swing towards the same side. She might be into the women. We don't know that. We don't know, because this is a character. We don't really know that much about this character. We know enough to know she's kind of snarky. She always has the one-liners, and she, as one of the few original, individual, unique characters on the show, where they're not too busy killing off, the blind engineer who's the best character on the show. Yeah, way to put a blind actor out of work while they're at it. So much for representation and diversity, right? I hope for his sake he quit and they didn't fire him, because he was the best part of the show. Like, really.
Yep.
This Twitter user says, I agree, I have no affinity for Ortegas. There's no character development and she is very stereotypical. I can't say the word. Oh, she's a very stereotypical, I can't say the word. Is she though? Is she a stereotypical you-know-what word? SNW has had little time to nurture or develop characters. Disagree. Some characters have gotten quite a bit of development. The Lady Khan chick, La'an, she's had a ton of development. I think Unich and Riley's had quite a bit. I think Uhura's had a lot. They're spending way too much time on Spock and to Pringles and their little relationship crap. And I think that they need to kind of back off on that one.
Introducing all new to Pringles from Frito-Lay. Now in the only logical flavors, sour cream and onion, pommic, and salt and vinegar. Because when you live on a desert planet, you need all the salt you can get. Now available at Costco.
I'm hating on Tom Paris in a fun, lighthearted way, but you're really close to suggesting bigotry here, so cut it out or you're done on this page. Bigotry. Well, you do... There's no reason to bring that into there. You can say you like her or not, but if you only dislike her, Because, like, why would you even need to drop the L? Why would you need to? There's plenty of things to talk about this character that have nothing to do with that. You can say that, yeah, there isn't a whole lot of development. We don't know a lot about her. What are her interests? What are her hobbies? Does she have a significant other? Who's she like, all this stuff we can learn.
Yep.
Hi, Mary. Melissa Navia rings in. What is the word you cannot say? I'm the actor who spent a season developing the character that you've now publicly told Open Pike, a podcast that only has 500 followers. That you've publicly told Open Pike you care not for because she's a flat stereotype, trying to appeal to certain demographics. So I'm mystified. Pray tell, what is the word? She responds, ooh, maybe she's an alien or half alien. That's true. Like, I just assumed the haircut was like a representation thing too. And I am so resentful that Star Trek now makes us focus on that only. On the pronouns, on the interpersonal stuff. I don't want to focus on that. I don't want to have my legacy of just calling this character the they themsman be that, because for crying out loud, I know plenty of people in real life who don't necessarily look 100% gender binary all the time. And they're perfectly straight or whatever, and
You're also awake.
shame on you, Star Trek, for putting that in our heads. Shame on you, Star Trek, for focusing so much on that it might be offensive to people who are just showing up, reading their lines, doing their jobs. Shame, like, this is why the representation and diversity being nailed and hammered into every little thing all the time is a bad thing. This is exactly what I was talking about, where what if you just have somebody you might not know and you assume they're part of the gender this and that pronoun stuff, right? What if you assume and they're not? What if they're just normal, regular, ordinary people? All right. I see you've gotten quite a few responses already. Best of luck in your career. The word is, the L word. My ethics say coexist. My morality says live and let live. Except you're telling people she looks like a stereotype and doesn't have any character development. And to that I say the character development that made me think she might be going that way was when the daughter of Dr. Mbenga imagined this character and Una-Chin Riley's character in the fantasy fairy tale world as hooking up and scissoring and doing the giggity. So if that 10-year-old girl is imagining these characters together, she thought so too, right? Right? I don't know. Demographics says Ortega appeals to that group like Clark from the 100. Does that help you? Demographics, does this character appeal to that group, or are we just inserting that because we're so used to counting the diversity and the representation and having it stick out like a sore thumb and stopping scenes to drop it 9 times in the middle of a scene?
9 times.
Is that what we're so used to? And is that Discovery's fault or is that ours? Because I don't want to come off like I'm anti any of this stuff. Oh, Mary, but it does. You said the character hasn't been developed, so what little about her have you learned? Says L. Is it that she's an excellent pilot? Sounds awesome. L's equal pilots, so your morality tells me that you live and let live with pilots. That seems odd, no. So I think even Melissa Navia is realizing that they didn't give her a whole lot yet, and she really only has the I'm a snarky pilot. Can we fix that next season? Maybe. I don't know if we can.
No.
As I said in the post, it's the haircut. The pronoun he was used in an episode, and add to that certain experiences I've had. Are you saying that Ortegas was not written to appeal to that demographic? That the he pronoun was not used? Her haircut and her gender play in one episode, and your experiences, going by he does not a lesbian make. So based on this, you assumed who she has sex with, and you judged her to be morally inferior. So then there's the stereotype. It's you, Mary, you. And if I have misjudged, and you're telling me I'm wrong, then I owe you an apology for my assumption. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, Melissa? It appears you're insisting that I am. I'm insisting nothing, Mary. I'm outright calling you what your own words have shown you to be. Oh, she's using the B word. You judge people superficially, and you think you're morally superior to people who love who they love. I need no apologies. I ask you to do better. Speak less, think more. Should she be getting into arguments on Twitter with people, though? That's the big thing. Should she be getting into arguments? Because it's not her fault that Star Trek has used every character, the trans pilot or captain or whatever, who's supposed to be having a fling with Cybok. They've used every single, I don't know if the character was trans, but the actress, whatever. The human playing the character is a transgender person. They marketed that way. We have literal Out magazine full-on spreads of all of the gender and pronoun and alphabet characters in Discovery, and there's like 7 or 8 of them. I think there's more pronoun characters in Discovery than there are straight characters. So, and I'm comparing Strange New Worlds to Discovery because they are literally made by the same people. Is it us or is it them, right? Because I don't try and judge her as a stereotype L. I try and judge the character as we don't know anything about the character yet. And if she's hooking up with Una Chin Riley on the side, I want to watch. I'd much rather watch Una Chin Riley and Lady Khan hook up because, dear God, Christina Chung. Oh my God. Oh, so gorgeous. But, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to see Christina Chung and Rebecca Romaine do the giggity? I do. I'll take Melissa Navia though too. Why not? Just no, not a bigot. I will just not bend on my preferences, my choices. You can be what you want to be, and I can be what I want. Do I dislike you or others? No. Do you dislike me? Maybe. The point is we're both human and coexist. Does not mean we have to agree. I think Mary could be wording this a little bit better. I think she could be. I think she could be. Are they... I would ask, is the show using this character as representation? Is the show using this as diversity? Somebody points in, my 2 cents, even if Ortega's wearing a shirt, I'm here to make the gays happy. What's wrong with that? I mean, that's the thing. I'd rather have a gay character that we don't have paraded around and drop their pronouns every 5 seconds and used as a marketing tool because... Dear God, that's insulting. That was insulting when they used women to market Doctor Who. That's insulting when they're like, and this one's for the girls. So I can't imagine it being more insulting. I mean, I'm a B in the alphabet myself, but crying out loud, I can't see as it being any more irritating. I mean, I've been the token on places. I don't like that. I don't like that either. So I don't want to be the token. So
I see.
Whoa.
How they also referred to women in higher ranking positions as sir. See, I didn't even catch it when they said he as pronouns. I don't know. Was it an alien who said that and they didn't know? Because sometimes humans, you can't quite tell. Especially if they're young or weird. Sorry for jumping in. You have a character, Ortega, who's reached the absolute pinnacle of her profession. Yeah, but she still stays an ensign, doesn't she? Well, if she's gay, straight, or bi. I don't care if she's gay, straight, or bi. I just kind of assumed by the haircut. Because they've been doing it so much for every other Star Trek, even Strange New Worlds, when they said, "Hey, we got a trans actor, we have a trans actress coming in." I don't know if they use actor or actress. I usually say actor for everybody because there's that time in the '90s where like all the women actors were like, "Nuh-uh, we're not actresses, we're actors too. An actor is just somebody who acts. Don't gender us." So it was the opposite in the '90s.
Acting! Brilliant!
So she really doesn't weigh in here. Here's the issue that we have here. She's got the American flag in her profile. Flag of what? Colombia. So she's Colombian. What if she's based and you guys are pissing her off? What if she is? You're just gonna push her to the other side. I don't know. I'm on neither. I am going back to my live chat. Don't you guys go anywhere. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
I would prefer they or them from now on.
I see.
Whoa.